Hello, Hakan Bulgurlu. I am CEO of Arçelik, a global appliance manufacturer. And here are some of the lessons I've learned along the way. The most important one is trust. At a very young age, I worked in the bazaar. The Grand Bazaar in Istanbul is probably the world's first shopping mall with maybe 20,000 shops. Beautiful place, ancient in terms of history, and still very much the heart of commerce in Istanbul, and you could argue the whole of Europe even. And there I was entrusted as a jeweler's assistant and a young boy, maybe 12, 13, 14 years old. You can look at me as an intern doing a summer job, in actually pricing the jewelry to tourists that were coming into the store. The reason they trusted me was because the tourists trusted me, a young boy who could communicate clearly in different languages, and that trust taught me many things. I could be more expensive than the shop right next door, but they still chose to buy from me because I was able to build that relationship and trust. I think self-confidence, when coupled with trust, can take you a long way in life. And that lesson was very early in the Grand Bazaar for me. Of course, my life is littered with lessons because each failure is a lesson. I have failed innumerable times, and I watch in horror as people trying to protect their careers are busy trying to hide or avoid failures. Failures are the only way you really learn and grow. You need to amplify the impact, you need to be vocal about it, communicate it, and really internalize the learnings from each failure. I've tried to do that along the way. There have been many instances where I've shied away from it too, but at least I become aware of what I'm doing and I try and stop it and learn from every mistake. Sometimes I've been labeled, especially recently, as a climate activist. It took me some getting used to it, or an industrial anarchist. That tells you how much industry likes me for pushing a transformation, which I think is absolutely essential. So that is who I am. I am very passionate about sustainability. I have put my actions, my heart, my mind, everything I am into becoming that. Authenticity is very important. My leadership has been a journey of learning, and I am just starting. I have a lot to learn. I have been CEO of Arçelik for 8 years now, but the decision to climb Everest, the goal I set to raise awareness, and the whole planning process, discipline, preparation, talking and trusting in subject matter experts, something incredibly important, knowing what you don't know, essentially, and learning and trusting others who know better than you on those topics are what actually carried me to the summit, and more importantly, back down alive. What ego I had disappeared on that mountain because I came very close to death. Many people died that morning, but the lessons I learned will stay with me forever. I am more humbled, more grateful for everyday life, and I really devote myself to bettering the platform I run in terms of the environment and sustainability, and also being close to my family and loved ones, and really reducing the number of interactions I have to more meaningful ones. I think these lessons collectively have made me a better leader, they have made me a better team player, and have set me up for a better future where I can be proud of the things I achieve.